My name is Dr. C.Patel, Chief Soil Health Specialist, Mati Agromart Private Limited, Bhavnagar. Today the topic is maintain soil fertility and grow nutritious food. Healthy soil for a healthy life. Major soils of India. So in India, different types of soils are there: alluvial soil, red soil, black soil, laterite soil, desert arid soil, peaty and marshy soil, forest soil, mountain soil, terrain soil, and problematic soil, saline and alkaline soil, also acid soils. So problems of Indian soils. So you know that total degraded land in India is 63.84 million hectares. So you can see that the different constraint of the degraded land we can found, and degradation due to lateralization, alkalization, and salinization of the soil, along with the soil erosion. And you know that when there is a soil and water erosion, there will be loss of topsoil fertile. The process of soil degradation is the result of natural forces and human activities. The main cause of soil degradation are deforestation, overgrazing, shifting cultivation, faulty method of cultivation, river and removal of topsoil for industrial purposes. So soil degradation. So soil degradation, decline in capacity to function and provide ecosystem services caused by erosion, salinization, elemental imbalance, acidification, depletion of soil organic carbon, reduction in soil biodiversity, and decline in soil structure and tilth. So strategies to mitigate soil degradation. So soil erosion control, water harvesting, we can use the watershed approach, terracing, and other engineering structure, landslide, mines, soil rehabilitation and riverbank erosion control, intercropping and contour farming, integrated nutrient management and organic manuring, reclamation of acid and salt affected soil and drainage, desalinization, water management and pollution control, vegetative barriers and using natural geotextiles, mulching and diversified cropping, agroforestry, conservation agriculture, disaster management. So decline nutrient use efficiency. Today, we are observing that although we are applying the more fertilizer in soil, but the crop response has been declined. So you know that nitrogen 30 to 50% immobilization, volatilization, denitrification, and leaching loss. Phosphorus, what we are applying, that is fixation in soil, and it reacts with the aluminum phosphate, iron phosphate, and calcium phosphate, and it is not available to the plants. Then potassium, also fixation in clay lattices, about 70 to 80%. Then sulfur, 8 to 10% immobilization, leaching with water. Then micronutrient, zinc, iron, copper, manganese, boron, 1 to 2 fixation in soil. Nutrient imbalance produce low yield, low fertilizer use efficiency, and low profit for farmers. So suppose you are applying 100 kg nitrogen per hectare through ammonium sulfate or urea, but its efficiency only 10%, then the farmers are not getting more profit from the farming because there are more expenditure incurred in the fertilizer cost. So we have to increase the nutrient use efficiency. It also results in further depletion of the most efficient nutrient in soil. Once the critical level of any plant nutrient is reached, crop will fall despite the fact large amount of other nutrients are applied. So here I have given the rice productivity and consumption, production and import fertilizer in India, and the figure is given in lakh tons. So here you can see the rice productivity remains static and almost similar, and it ranged from 2,239 in 2011 kg per hectare in 2011 to 2,705 kg in 2020. So here you can see that the yield will reach 2,705. It indicates that although fertilizers consumption was increased from 60.64 lakh tons in 1981-82. So here you can see that in 1981-82, the fertilizer consumption total NPK 60.64 lakh ton to it increased to 39.59 lakh tons during 2013-14 for total NPK. But rice grain yield was not increased proportionately. Yield is increased, but the fertilizer consumption is increasing more, but the yield has not been increased more. So it indicates that fertilizer response was decreasing. So here you can see that the fertilizer response is decreasing, although we are increasing the total consumption of the fertilizer. You can see here, starting from 60.64, then it reached to the 239.59, but yield of the rice grain is not increased proportionately. Then soil health. Condition or status where optimal condition for crop growth exists, sufficient moisture, availability of nutrient, and good soil texture and structure. So it is a requirement for the soil health for better crop production. Soil health issues of India. So low soil organic carbon, it is less than 0.5%. So you know that India is located in a tropical climate, so we have the more temperature. So more decomposition of the organic matter due to high temperature. And in India, the farmers are using the intensive farming. They grow the crop in monsoon, winter, rabi season, and summer season. Then multi-nutrient deficiencies, low nutrient use efficiency, decline in fertilizer response ratio, imbalance fertilizer use because the farmers are not carried out the soil analysis and they are apply the fertilizer in their field as per his wish or the advice of the others or the fertilizer sales merchant. Then crop residue burning. You know that in Uttar Pradesh, Punjab and Haryana, the crop residue of the rice and wheat are buried by the farmer and there will be air pollution. And we have noticed in Delhi, there will be air pollution. Then here I have given one slide, soil and human health. So there is a link between unhealthy soil and unhealthy people. So here you can see that this crop is unhealthy. So the people also the unhealthy. So there is a direct relationship between unhealthy soil and unhealthy people. When the unhealthy soil, then it will not supply the proper nutrient to the human being, and therefore their health is not good as compared to healthy soil and healthy people. Soil health degradation. So you know that today the farmers are using excessive use of chemical fertilizers, lead to reduced microbial activity due to low humus content, excessive use of macronutrients like nitrogen, phosphorus, etc. So there will be development of the acidic and alkaline soil, and by using the nitrogen, there will be increased succulency lead to the crop to more susceptible to pest and disease. So farmers are using more nitrogen fertilizer. They are not follow the recommendation of the State Agriculture University. To optimize the integrated use of manure and fertilizer and to reduce the cost of cultivation, it is necessary to test the soil and issue soil health card to farmers with the ultimate objective of achieving fertile soil and healthy crop. So I told that when the soil is fertile, then there will be healthy crops. Awareness on soil health management. So for that, we have to minimize the disturbance of the soil, keep the soil covered at all times with plant and plant residue, never keep soil naked one, maximize diversity of plant in rotationally or cover crop. We have to grow, adopt the crop rotation, and also about 20% crops to be grown in the frill cover crops. Keep living roots in the soil as much as possible. Integrate livestock into the farming system. Means we have to adopt integrated farming system. We have to take the agriculture as well as livestock. Create the most favorable habitat possible for the soil food web, popularizing soil test-based fertilizer uses, soil amenity measure for problematic soil. So for problematic soil, we have to use the gypsum for saline alkaline soil, and for acid soil, we have to use lime. Growing and incorporation of green manure crop at 50% flowering to improve the organic matter content. Methods of soil conservation. So strip cropping, terrace farming, mulching, intercropping, agroforestry, control of deforestation and afforestation. We have to grow the trees. Then method of water conservation. So you can see that you have to apply the irrigation water, alternate furrow irrigation. So you can save the water and your soil they remain healthy. Because when you are applying the more irrigation water, then soil become deteriorated. And therefore, we have observed that in drip irrigation system and sprinkler irrigation system, the soil has remain healthy, and we can save the water and we can increase the crop production about 25 to 30%. And for that, you know that government of India gives the subsidy up to 50 to 70% to purchase the drip irrigation system. Then management practices for increasing soil fertility. What is integrated soil fertility management? Why it is important? In integrated soil fertility management, don't use alone organic manure or alone inorganic manure, but you have to combine with the organic, inorganic, also include the biofertilizers to make the soil live. Adopt different farming system for maintaining soil fertility. So I talked about integrated farming system. So integrated farming system seems to be the answer to the problem of increasing food production, for increasing income, and for improving nutrition of small-scale farmers with limited resources without any adverse effect on environment and agro-ecosystem. You know that in India, about 60 to 70% farmers are small-scale farmers. And if they are using the integrated farming system, then their economic condition has been increased. Then organic agriculture, you know that at present, everybody talking about the organic farming because the soil become dead due to excessive use of the chemical fertilizer, pesticide, herbicides. So now we have to switch on organic farming. So in organic farming, there are different advantages. Economical one, it is good return on investment, high demand, nutritional environment friendly. So at present, all the peoples are given, they take the food which are having the less pesticide residue. And it is only possible in organic farming or regenerative agriculture, because here we cannot use any chemical fertilizers and pesticide or insecticide. Then natural farming. In natural farming, neither chemical or organic fertilizer are added to the soil. Decomposition of organic matter by microbe and earthworm is encouraged, which gradually add nutrition in the soil over the period. There is no plowing, means zero tillage, no tilling of soil and no fertilizer and no weeding, the way it would be in natural ecosystem. It is the low-cost farming method. The zero-budget natural farming is the most popular model in India. So here you cannot find any crop by the insecticide or chemical residue on the crops, and it is safe for the consumption of the human food. Then biodynamic farming. So what is the principle of the biodynamic farming? It is an organic, chemical-free natural solution, biodiversity, sustainability. So I am located at Anand. So about 10 kilometers from the Anand, Baikaka Krushi Kendra, they are adopting the biodynamic farm, Karamsad, Anand, Gujarat. So Karamsad is the place of the Sardar Vallabhbhai Patel birthplace. It is located in Anand, Gujarat. So they have used the biodynamic association, and I have visited this farm twice. Adopt different farming system for maintaining soil fertility. So regenerative agriculture. Regenerative agriculture shifts the paradigm, compete with nature, disturb soil, don't disturb the soil, monoculture, then partner with nature, protect soil diversity and holistic. So here you can see that. Then soil sustain most living thing. Soil testing is the first step of land management, provide valuable information to farmers, which help them to improve soil health. Fertile soil is needed to produce more crop that will feed the world ever-growing population. You know that in 2050, the population of the world will be about 9 billion. So for that, we have to increase the crop productivity for unitarian time. Fertile soil for growing healthy crops. This soil testing is very important for maintaining soil fertility, more crop yield, and sustainability. So over application or indiscriminate use of fertilizer nutrient result into too many service charges, such as losses due to denitrification, leaching, and surface runoff, and it will increasing water and air pollution. So you know that at present we are observing the water and air pollution because the farmers are using the more fertilizers, pesticide, herbicide, and so on. Another problem also, the industry also create the pollution, air pollution and water pollution. As fertilizer prices rise, manure sources are going to be viable alternative option to fertilizer nutrients such as nitrogen and phosphorus, and it helps in increasing fauna and population in soil, and soil become more productive and sustainable. So when we are at the more organic matter in soil, then soil become live, and when we are at the fertilizer, the response of the fertilizer has been increased, and we have to add less chemical fertilizers. Here you can see the farmers are using more fertilizer in their crops to produce the more crop production. It is a rice crop. Micronutrient deficiency in crop and soils in India. Crop grown in most soils in India suffer from deficiency, one or micronutrient, even though the soil contain apparently adequate total amount of the respective element. The nature and extent of deficiency vary with soil type, crop genotype, management, and agroecological situation. With the intensive cropping of high-yielding varieties of rice and wheat, deficiency of zinc initially and subsequently deficiency of iron in rice and manganese in wheat emerge as threat to sustaining high level of food crop production. Micronutrient deficiency are now frequently observed in intensively grown cereal, oilseed, pulses, and vegetable crops in India. Why soil testing? Soil testing is very important for knowing the initial status of soil so that we can plan to add or omit nutrient in soil before sowing of the crops. Plant requires 17 nutrients for their growth and development. If any nutrient is deficient, the crop life cycle will be negatively affected even when all other essential nutrients are adequately supplied. Maximum yield potential can only be achieved when the proper balance of nutrient is in place. So soil testing is very important to know initial nutrient status in soil before sowing, planting of crop, and plan accordingly to apply or omit nutrient in soil to obtain maximum economic crop yield. Please look details of our Sevama Agri Clinic and Agri Laboratory located at Bhavnagar, Gujarat, India. And our website is www.sevama.in for carry out soil, plant, and water analysis. And our helpline number +91 6359 595959. So it continues. Soil testing encourages healthy plant growth and development of a crop by using the base fertilizer recommendation. Before sowing cultivation of crop in every season, it is very important to check the soil for its nutrient status. And suppose you will find in soil analysis zinc deficiency or iron deficiency, then we can add the zinc and iron. But suppose the phosphorus is sufficient or high, then there is no need to add the particular phosphatic fertilizer. You have to apply minimum. If any nutrient is less deficient or more excessive or toxic than the required amount, necessary measure can be taken. Soil testing promotes environmental quality. It also saves money that might otherwise be spent on unneeded, unwanted fertilizer. I told that if the farmer has not carried out the soil analysis and suppose the farmer have a high phosphatic fertilizer, phosphorus in soil, but as per the recommendation of the state government or agriculture university, the farmers are apply the phosphatic fertilizer. So when the farmers are adding the phosphatic fertilizer, then there will be a cost of the fertilizer, of the phosphatic fertilizer. And another disadvantage of the phosphatic fertilizer, you know that phosphorus have antagonistic effect with zinc and iron. So when you add the phosphatic fertilizer, when your soil has a high phosphorus, then what is the disadvantage? Whatever the native nutrient, zinc or iron present in soil, or you applied through the fertilizer, that is not available to the plant. So we are lost in phosphatic fertilizer as well as zinc and iron is available or you apply through the fertilizer that is not available to the plant. So you know that the cost of the soil analysis is only 1,000 or 1,500 rupees. But here you can save the money more than 2,000 rupees per hectare. Another advantage of the analysis of the soil, suppose you have carried out the soil analysis and suppose 2 to 3 nutrients are deficient and that nutrient you are adding the soil, then you are applying the balanced nutrition in soil. When you are applying the balanced nutrition to the crops, then plant will take balanced nutrition and your crop yield has been increased 10 to 20%. So you are gained more than 10,000 rupees per hectare. So soil analysis is very important, not only for maintaining the soil fertility and sustainability for longer time for your next generation or present generation, and also you can save the money. It also prevents the antibiotic effect among the plant nutrient in the soil and encourage synergistic beneficial effect among plant nutrient in soil. So before carrying out the soil analysis, we have to take the proper soil sample. So we have to take, farmers would have to take representative soil sample. So they have to awareness creation on sampling, how to take the soil sample. So collection of soil sample from pit, then preparation of the composite sample. You have to collect the soil sample from 15 to 20 coarse places and then mix it. Then you have to make 4 parts with fingers, and opposite part you have to discard it. Again, you have to mix. We require only 250 to 500 gram sample is sufficient for carried out the soil. Then you have to put the label in a soil sample, so you can identify from where the sample has been collected, because when you getting the report, soil testing report, then you can know that which field have a deficiency of the nutrient and which field have a sufficiency. So you can plan accordingly and you are getting the higher crop production. Optimizing nutrient management helps farmer improve economic and profitability of their cropping. Applying fertilizer or manure nutrient based on history budget limit will not help producer improve profitability. Soil testing and soil sampling help provide a measure of the nutrient account in your soil, like a bank account. To make a withdrawal, you need to know what is in the soil and how much need to be added before a nutrient withdrawal can be made by the crop next year. By ensuring you have the right amount of nutrient, you can avoid under or oversupplying loading of nutrient in the crop. Otherwise, problem of plant deficiency or toxicity resulted in significantly declined crop yield and quality. You know that when we go to withdraw the money from the bank, then we know the balance. Suppose there is no balance in the bank, then we cannot withdraw the amount from the bank. Similarly, how we can know the nutrient present in the soil? For that, we have to carry out the soil analysis, and then we can know the balance, which nutrients are excessive, which nutrients are deficient, which nutrients are excessive. So you know that when the nutrients are deficient in soil, then you are observed deficiency in plant. But when the nutrients are excessive, and again you are applying the nutrient in soil because you are not carried out the soil analysis, then you will find a toxicity effect in a plant and you will decline the crop yield and quality. So balancing is very important, and you remember this thing. Apply the nutrient, balanced nutrition in soil, and we can know only by carried out the soil analysis. So I have given details of my post or YouTube URL related to importance of soil testing and soil fertility. So that post and YouTube I have given in LinkedIn, so you can see it, you can get the detailed information. So here it is a Mati Agromet Private Limited, Bhavnagar, Gujarat, India. So I am working in this company as a chief soil health specialist. So we have the one instrument ICP OES having the cost of about 1 crore rupees. So it is a latest instrument, latest version after atomic absorption spectrophotometer, and we are getting the accurate results. And our laboratory is SEVAMA Soil Testing, SEVAMA Agriculture Cleaning and Agriculture Laboratory. It is our website. and another our website of the Mati Agromart, privately limited agromart.com. So Sevama has started soil testing service at the farmer doorstep. So you know that farmers are busy and they have no time to send the soil samples. So the farmer can put up online order to Amazon or Flipkart to purchase Sevama soil testing kit, and they can send soil, plant or water sample directly to Seva Agri Clinic and Agri Laboratory, Bhavnagar, Gujarat. So you can see here the Sevama soil testing kit. So in this kit, you can find the 100-gram scoop, booklet, sample collection form, prepaid envelope. So prepaid envelope is in the Sevama soil testing kit. So you have to not require the stamp. So you can deliver or display directly to the nearer post office. So their sample has been reached to the Sevama Agri Clinic and Agri Laboratory, Bhavnagar. So Sevama will immediately start to carry out soil analysis on the latest scientific instrument. I told that ICP OES and send soil testing report along with the expert advice of the recommended dose of manure and fertilizers of the concerned crop to be grown by the farmer in his field in a season directly to the farmers through email or post. And if the farmers have any problem, then they can contact us and we can give the solution of their problem. Therefore, farmers are requested to put up your valuable order of soil, plant or water sample through Amazon, Flipkart to our Sevama Soil Testing Lab, Bhavnagar for testing. Our website is www.sevama.in and helpline number +91 63 59 59 5959. Suggestion: to find out the innovative technologies to increase the crop productivity per unit area and time, as there will be no possibility to increase the land in India, as the population of India will be increased rapidly about 30 to 40 crores during the next 25 to 30 years, and they require houses, schools, colleges, hospitals, and road, etc. Then another option, start vertical farming on building to produce more crop production to feed ever increasing population of India. If you have liked my video, then please subscribe my video. Thank you very much.